I'm John Gates, Mayor of Greeley, and a proud alumni of Ames Community College. I've lived in Greeley 60 years, and I just gave away my age. I went to Colorado State University because I was going to be a sports writer extraordinaire. At some place in the process, I decided I really want to be a police officer, so I went to Colorado State for a year, then I enrolled at Ames with the idea that I would get my 2-year degree, which I did, and that would allow me to attempt to get into law enforcement a little quicker than if I had stayed at Colorado State for 4 years. I was with the Greeley Police Department just short of 26 years. I started a second career, went to work for Greeley Evans Schools as Director of Safety and Security, and it's a position I still hold. I'm just about to wrap up my 15th year. Made the decision in January of 2017 to run for mayor. Was elected November of 2017, so I'm just about to wrap up 6 months as mayor. There isn't any question why Ames education is beneficial to me. I got to know my instructors at Ames really well. What I really liked about Ames versus the 4-year institution that I went to for a year is you really can get to know people because for obvious reasons the classes are smaller. And I still remember 2 instructors that I had, Elmer Keycafer and Jim Adams. I still remember them from, what are we talking, 40 years ago. And I got to know them personally. I learned a lot from them. And since my degree was in management, I think they called it mid-management at the time, I think it's safe to say that it's benefited me through all of my career, much of which has been in some sort of management or leadership. So I certainly remember Ames fondly. I did when I was a cop, not only because of my 2-year degree, but that's where I was trained at the Ames Police Academy. And I'm guessing that if I thought about it, the things I do every day as both a city council member and a mayor, I can harken back to something I learned at Ames. So I could not speak higher about the education I got at Ames. Ames is special for a lot of reasons. One, because it has a great reputation as a learning institution, but 2, it's right here in my hometown. And obviously, since I've been here 60 years, I don't ever plan to leave. So I probably think a little bit higher of the institutions that are here in Greeley, just because that's what I know. I've had the fortune of collaborating with Ames in a number of capacities that I've had, and just feel like Ames is a key community partner, certainly is to the city, and then if I put my other hat on with the school district, a key collaborator with our schools too. So those are primarily the things that make it really special to me. My favorite memory of Ames was just the learning environment, I think, where versus a larger institution where you sit in a large hall with tiered seating and you don't know anybody, you don't know the instructor. Ames was a little different because the classes were smaller. The professors were from Greeley. We knew them. They reached out. I'm going back 40 years and I still remember this. I think at that time in my life I needed something that was a little more intimate to really send the message to me at age 19 or 20 that I really didn't know it all, but that I learned a lot about management in my 2-year tenure there. What does community mean to me? I think the most important thing about a community is that it's a group or cadre of people that are working together towards a common goal. I think we have choices either as individuals or part of a work team to work more independently or to work as part of a team. And it's been my experience over a long time in the workforce that we certainly accomplish more as part of a team. So we can be out on an island alone or we can work together. And the best meaning of community to me is that we're all working together as part of a common goal. And in spite of the fact that Greeley's growing pretty rapidly, I still feel like we're part of a community, and Ames is certainly a vital part of our community. The importance of higher education in our life and our community, obviously, the biggest benefit is that it provides a stronger workforce for really any entity that's hiring employees. There's lots of statistics that delineate that those with college degrees, whether it's 2-year degree or 4-year degree, have more financial benefit throughout their career, but really if you go through that type of environment with the right attitude, you're going to glean something from it that's going to assist you in the future. I certainly did, and everybody in my family that's been to college, they did as well. They all have, or some retired, but they all have good jobs. They've raised a family, and I think it prepares you more for life